Start.
Okay, we've come up with another topic which is index notation, and this is the topic that will start from today and onward. So, when you're talking about index notation, we are simply talking about the shortcut way of reducing a continuous multiplication of either the same number or different numbers into a power. For instance, if you have if you're multiplying 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, when you look at this one, you are multiplying 2 by itself for several times. So now, can you okay, for instance, if you want to multiply 2 by itself for 1000 times, what kind of a space are you going to fill in for you to finish that? So this is the reason why the scientists, they came up with the index notation, so that you can reduce a number that you are multiplying by itself into a power. So for instance, this 2 that we are multiplying 2 by itself, how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in an index notation, this can just be written as 2 power 4. You just count the number of times this 2, you are multiplying this 2. So you're multiplying this 2 by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number of times you are multiplying 2 becomes the power of the same 2, which is the base. So now there are two things that you need to know. These are, number one, you need to know that the number that is being multiplied by itself is called a base. Okay? Then the power is the one that is known as an index. Okay? So these are the things that you need to know when you are dealing with index notation. Now, index notation have got laws. Okay? For instance, let's look on these laws into detail so that you can understand what they mean. Okay, so now if you have the first law, let's say laws of indices. Laws of indices. Now if you have the first law, we'll say when you have a base, and this base is having a power of 0, this is simply means that the answer that you get is 1. So when you're multiplying a base, when you're multiplying any base, it can be 1000 power 0, as long as it has got a power of 0. Just know that the answer is what? 1. Even if you are multiplying let's say 100,000, as long as there's a power of 0, just know that the answer is what? 1. Okay, so this is the law number 1. Let's go to the second law. When you have a base, and this base have got a power which is in a negative form, okay, the base has got an index in a negative form. So what you do, you introduce the denominator one, then you introduce the numerator one, then the denominator becomes changes to positive base, to positive power. Okay, the third law, when you are multiplying bases with equal, when you are multiplying equal bases, what do you do to the powers? You just add the powers. Okay, when you are multiplying equal bases, just add the powers and you maintain the same base. Okay, then the fourth one, when you are dividing bases, when you are dividing equal bases, what do? You subtract the powers and you maintain the same base. So it would be n minus m. Okay, then the fifth one, x as our base, power n, x as our base, power n, and this is again raised to another power. So what do? We maintain the same base and multiply the powers. Okay, so we have one more remaining. We have one more remaining, which is the sixth one. Okay, so the sixth one is that when you have a base and this base has got a fraction power. Okay, in this case, you maintain the same base, then you introduce the square root. The denominator of that power that you have becomes the root of the base that you have been given. Then the numerator of that power that you have becomes the power of the base that you have. So basically, these are the major laws of indices.